All right, Harry. A favorite word as Christians we like to throw around most of the time quite loosely, if you ask me, is grace. What is the background on that? Where did we come up with this word?
Yeah, I find it interesting too that the only place, well, I say, well, I know that Jesus never mentioned the word grace at all. Where I find it in John 1:17, I really find that interesting. It says, the law was given to Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. And that's really interesting. And I really like that, grace, truth. They're both
Hmm.
really, really important because without grace, we wouldn't have anything. I like the word, to best way I can describe grace in my mind is that in our own family, we've adopted children into our home. And what did the children do to deserve to be adopted?
Nothing.
No,
No,
it's
they
like,
didn't really. It's
no.
grace. It's grace.
Yeah, grace, because they were just little kids. They were through the foster agency. There was nothing they could do. Their background they couldn't change. They couldn't change anything, and nor could they make promises or this or that. We were very glad to be able to do that. But at the same time, it was by grace. And as we're born into our so let's go back to the spiritual side of things. When we're born, our natural being, we are born into sin. But as we come to Christ, we're born again and we're adopted into God's family through
Through grace.
grace. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a gift that God, through Jesus Christ, makes available. We are, for the price Jesus paid at Calvary, makes redemption available to us. And as we are adopted into his family, or as Jesus referred to as grafted into the vine, how special that is. It's a super, super special privilege. We also have grace on a day-to-day basis. For, as we sin and make mistakes, by grace, as we come to him regularly with our errors, by grace he forgives our sins. But it's sort of like when one of our children breaks a window in the house, we by grace we say, okay, yeah, the
Accidents happen. Like you did not
yeah,
intentionally go out to destroy the window.
exactly,
You are
exactly.
shown
So
grace.
that's grace, and we don't begrudge the grace. We're eager for that, but we obviously expect them to feel bad about it. But if that gets to be a daily habit, that they're throwing rocks at the house on a daily basis, grace doesn't work so good anymore. Like, we have to take other measures, and we're not forgiving that. And also in our own life, as we if we have a life where sin gets to be common and normal and careless, uh, grace doesn't work there in my mind. I don't believe that that's what it was meant for. But yet I think at times that we feel or expect that that is okay. And that's what Jesus paid the price, and we're living under
It's
grace.
almost like they get really comfortable in the sin when it's something that we shouldn't be really comfortable in.
No, no, it's in Hebrews it says that if we deliberately keep on sinning after we have received the knowledge of the truth, no sacrifice for sins is left, and
And that
that's
would be
how.
the grace part, would be the sacrifice. And it goes back to John 1:17. You said where grace and truth are hand in hand with each other there.
Right, right, exactly. So really, it's to me, grace is beautiful for what it allows us to do. We would have no future, no direction except for the grace of God adopting into His family, and also our day-to-day sins. By the grace of God, He deals with them for us. But grace is, I think, a little overrated at times in terms of what it's meant to do, as we think it should be for. I'm very, very gracious for the grace of God, but I think we have to be careful we don't abuse it.
Awesome. I agree with that. Thank you, Harry.